Hi, I'm Eddy with C&A Pro Skis. We're here today with snowcross champion turned shop manager, Robbie Malinoski. You know what it takes to win. You know what it takes to get around the track. What's it take to get a snowmobile set up so it's going to corner, but it's not going to be too much steering effort?
Yeah, for sure. Well, one of the things that you got to look at is there's 3 points of contact on the snow. So the front, the skis, the center of the track, and then the rear of the track. And one of the things that we do when we're racing is we always have that same issue. We have too much or too little steering effort. And we play around with the shocks. And that's pretty much the biggest gain you can get.
Okay. What do we do for the middle of the machine here?
Yeah, for sure. The shock is definitely the spot you want to start with. It's much like the front. We can tighten the preload on the spring. We can stiffen up the compression clicker by turning it in or to the right. Now, if the steering effort is still too great and you've adjusted the shock, then I would look at limiter strap length. I would start to lengthen the limiter length. Not at a big rate, probably 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch amounts, and then start there and work at it with the shock again.
Okay.
Then going from there to the back, so you dictate how much pressure you can put on that ski by the back, and you kind of get that pitch and roll effect going on, and it is dictated by the back. So if you were to get on the gas really hard and your skis lift up in the air, and then as soon as you cut the throttle, your skis slam down and it's super aggressive and you can't hardly hang on. Now then, I'm going to look at that saying, we've got an issue back here. We better adjust the rear, maybe stiffen up the spring rate. With the torsion springs, it's like, I think 3 or 4 different adjustment blocks you can turn to.
Yep.
The other thing is with the shock, you can go and stiffen it up like we did on the front and center. Then the other thing is there's a coupling block. Typically all skids have some sort of coupling system. You can adjust the coupling so that it can transfer only so far. And then your skis aren't lifting totally out of control. Some people want that. You know, it's all down to preference, what you want.
With the front shock, what can a guy or a gal do to help with the front shock to ease up on some of that steering pressure?
Well, if you're too soft and you let off the gas, your front end will collapse a little bit. And then what happens is it loads up that ski even more, creating a harder turn, more steering effort. It's really going to get aggressive and grabby and knifey, and it's just going to feel like you're not in control.
Okay. So if we want to make this a bit harsher, we want to make this stronger, what way do we turn the spring? Do we bring it down? Or?
Yeah, exactly. We would go and tighten up the spring, so we'd turn it down. And then on the other side of it, if you're into, you have some control over your shocks with clickers and whatnot, you'd want to stiffen up your low speed. And that's one thing that you can go to your owner's manual, look in there, and they'll kind of give you a direction of what's going to stiffen it up. Typically on all the shocks, if you turn the clicker in, it's going to stiffen the dampening, therefore creating a harder shock and creating a stiffer shock all around.
As always, you definitely know what you're talking about. But if you want to go for any of our other videos, any tech solutions, tech tips, definitely go to our website, www.caproskis.com, and check out our other social media for updates as well.